He doesn't really try to push too much because the range advantage in this lane is huge, so he can just zone right away. Some people would probably be like, oh, but shouldn't he push first? Not really. If he has significantly more range than the enemies, like in this case Nami Lucian against Alistar, then he should not. Hi guys, Vizais here, and in today's video we're gonna learn from one of the best AD carries on the EOVS SoloQ ladder. This guy is, I think, around rank 10, so he has more than 1000 LP in EOVS server. Let's see how he plays, let's see his tips, let's see how he's laning, let's see his mid game. We're gonna make more videos about this guy. So this video specifically is going to be about laning phase, how he stomps in laning phase. We're going to talk about positioning, recall timing, trading patterns, and more amazing stuff. So if you want to learn whether you are in season 13, 14, 15, 16, don't worry, the tips will be the same, because guess what, the lanes are the same, the matchups are the same, of course, unless you play against the new champion, which it's not yet ready. Okay, let's take a look. We should make a feast guide for this season. Yeah, why not? Okay, let's see. So Lucian, Nami, what do we expect from him? So theoretically, he plays Lucian with Nami. So my expectations, theoretically, he should win pretty hard. He plays against Samira and Alistar, so is he going to be able to stomp the lane? Well, he has to, because obviously he is playing a matchup with Nami and Lucian. Lucian is aggressive, and Nami is also super aggressive, so they can play very nice. They can play very nice and very aggressively. So I like that they don't actually leash. They don't leash here, they just stay in the laning phase. Lucian can start W, he can start E, he can start Q. We'll see. Honestly, I honestly think he can start E or W is better than Q. Is he actually gonna leash though? Is he actually gonna leash? I don't agree with this. Personally, I would never leash in this lane, because Alistar and Samira, they'll go into the lane and they'll try to push this wave. Pretty nice. And if you push this wave early on, Samira and Alistar and Lucian gets pushed in the first wave, it's gonna be pretty bad. Well, he has his own, he probably thinks that anyways he can leash, because he anyways has prio, which I anyway think is good. So there is that. He starts W exactly like I said, and then now he just walks up. Alistar is really useless level 1, so he's just poking them. So he, as we can see, he doesn't really try to push too much, because the range advantage in this lane is huge, so he can just zone right away. Some people would probably be like, oh, but shouldn't he push first? Not really. If he has significantly more range than the enemies, like in this case Nami Lucian against Alistar, then he should not push the lane. He should just zone and last hit. As we can see, I would have liked maybe more if he stays around this positioning or this positioning. I feel like staying here doesn't really do much. He should stay a bit more up forward, but he's probably thinking that if the minions are gonna die, it's gonna focus on him. Okay, he calibrates. I would love him to stay close to Nami, because if Alistar flash Qs and Lee Sin is here or something, staying around Nami is actually better. But of course, he's trying to zone them. I like the W start. He also gets exhaust, did not talk about that. So EW, the Nami actually missed the E on him, so now he's gonna slow push. There is no reason to really crush this wave here, because he can just zone. He knows that even like Lee Sin is probably gonna be here. I don't think, okay, so he's actually ganking mid. I don't think he should anyways gank bot. Like Unforgiven, he knows for sure that, well, it's unplayable for Lee Sin. Even if he ganks, he's gonna do 2v3. So what he does is he's keeping his wave right here. He's just waiting the Samira, and he's like letting her to suffer. He tried something there with the flash. This is really worth it, because now Samira can't stay into the tower. If you don't flash on her and she stays in the tower and she sucks up all of the XP, I would personally, I would intentionally waste my flash like that. And then if I know that she won't get the experience of this wave and she's gonna be level 1, it's like GG. And now she will just, ooh. Yeah, we're talking about challenger 1.5k LP, so the players are also good. So Samira unfortunately couldn't really do much, and I'm not surprised. This lane is extremely hard. I do feel like Alistar should also start W, not Q, like he started, because if he starts Q, he's really useless. He will never be able to do anything. Now he just recalls, the wave is coming into him. He's probably gonna go longsword and dagger, yeah, okay, because he needs attack speed. You could also just be like, oh, but I saw pro players going double longsword. Double longsword is also good if you want to poke through Q, if you need the physical damage to be higher, so you can actually do more damage with the Q. But I personally think that in this matchup with the Nami, you want to proc your auto attacks as well, because the Nami will E you, right? Ooh, what a play there. He actually just E'd the Alistar combo here, which is like really lovely to see. This is really lovely to see here. It's very nice. Nice mechanics as well. Are you an AD carry main struggling to make an impact in your games? Is your damage output disappointingly low, leaving you feeling frustrated and powerless in the role you love? Introducing our specialized coaching program designed to supercharge your AD carry performance. Imagine a world where your damage, decision making and farming skills are 10 times better and the outcome of your games is no longer left to chance. Meet Chase, just like you, he was once stuck in the same position, facing low damage and inconsistency in his games. Let's see what happened after his coaching experience, from Diamond 4 to Master Tier. Wow! And here is Jordan and Brett, both transformed into formidable AD carry after the coaching session. These success stories aren't just isolated cases, they are a part of a community of over 3,243 players who benefited from the coaching program. If it worked for them, why not for you? Picture yourself as an unstoppable AD carry. It's not a dream, it's your potential with the coaching session. Don't wait any longer, visit Visite.com, book your coaching and become the AD carry the enemy team hates to play against. Now wave is coming into him, I would suppose that he's just gonna look to freeze a little bit. And then it's GG. I think he could have played a lot better here with the exhaust. I think here he should have already exhausted, but he probably thought that she has W with the Samara. But I think if he exhausted there, it would have been like much better. He still comes up on top. I'm wondering if he's gonna push this or if he's gonna recall right away. Is he gonna? I will actually recall after trying to trim the wave a little bit. I will recall exactly like he does as well, and then he comes back to the laning phase and the wave is frozen. Very good. I mean, what can I say? Good decision making. He's challenger 1.5 KLP. We're not bronze 9, iron 10. He has good decision making. I like how he's on level 1. I like that he literally didn't touch the wave when he walked up. I like that he was telling to his jungle, yes man, don't worry, I can leash you because I'm gonna get prio anyways. He did it. He started W, he slow pushed forever, he zoned Samira, then he flashed through the Alistar combo just to make sure Samira is not able to stay into the tower and get the experience. So this is really good, and look how clean he is. Look how clean he is. So is he gonna Q through the minion here? I like how he is actually using his W really cleanly. Like now, just walks up, like look how clean it is, like with the tower. He knows the tower range exactly as big as it is. And it's just easy, bro. It's just easy for him, honestly. Like Lucian looked like such a bad champion, but I guess if he's played good, I mean any champion can be good. I like that here he just pushes, he stays for another plate, and he just keeps staying. Theoretically, he could have recalled a while ago. He has 1.2k gold, but since he's so strong that he knows that he's gonna win against Samara either ways, and he's so close to his next item, he's just gonna stay here. So he's gonna break the rule. Obviously, when you play Lucian, I mean, having Nami is like significantly better. Honestly, Lucian ain't bad right now. He's back into the meta, Emo. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I feel like there are... I mean, I haven't played too much against Lucian, but if you look at the... Okay, let's see. Lucian, UGG. So let's see if it's actually a good champ. So it's 50%, 50.60% win rate. True. That is actually pretty nice. 50.6 win rate is very nice. And then now, like all what he does really... He died here. I mean, now wave is coming into him. I mean, obviously this was not worth it, because he just died in the lane, but realistically speaking, he has 1.2k gold ahead of the Samira. So to recap, how did he win this lane phase? Well, very simple. Very simple. He win the lane phase by zoning properly, using his range and his advantage, proper wave management. He focused really hard on slow pushing other than doing something else. His recall timings obviously were good. He tried to always use as many abilities on the minions as possible so he can actually be efficient when pushing. He looked to zone Samara, as I said, like really well. He always was ready for the Alistar combo when he wanted to go in. He also recalled on a freeze. So I think Lucian Nami is overplayed. Supports feel required to pick Nami with Lucian if they don't know how to play it. And yeah, true, that is true. It's like you see Rakan, you pick Xayah, right? I mean, other than picking Xayah, I would pick a champion that I know really well how to play. Of course, if I'm also really good on Xayah, then I would pick Xayah, but I feel like most of the players, they play too many champions. So now he just gets the tower, and of course rule number 1 when you get the tower is to go to mid lane, So he gets the tower, he goes mid lane, and most likely he's just gonna hover his jungle right now / mid lane. So he's just gonna play around mid lane. This is the rule in League. You got the bot tower, you just go mid lane. It's that easy. That doesn't mean you're always able to get the bot tower first before grouping mid lane. Sometimes you're forced to do it, but in this specific case he was able to do it. So for example, if you're forced to go mid because your Z is 10-0 and he tells you to go mid, then outdo it, outdo it. If the guy that you led bot lane, he's a lot stronger than you. So that is what should you do when mid refuses to leave? Well, you go mid, you ping him once. You can even tell him like, please go bot if you can. And if you see that after the first wave, if he follows, that's fine. Maybe he follows after the second wave, but if you see that after the second wave he doesn't follow you, then obviously I would just personally go bot myself. What can you do? Stay mid, keep staying mid and share XP, or just go bot? No, I would go bot. I would stay mid for 1, maybe 2 waves like maximum, but if it doesn't really listen, then obviously I wouldn't really stay mid lane. So it's that simple. This is the same concept on AD carry. If your support doesn't actually want to do what you're telling him to do, then you don't force it, you don't flame him, you try to tell him, you try to ping him, but if he doesn't do it, then just play safe, play your game, try to adapt, just find a solution that you can play without him needing to be with you, needing to engage, needing to do something, right? Super duper important. Now he just won the game. Clean laning phase, clean overall gameplay. So next video is going to be about mid-game macro, and it's going to be very insightful for any AD carry main. Thank you guys so much for watching.
$5. If you have problems improving and getting better in the game faster but cannot afford booking coaching, on my Patreon you can access more than 627 VOD reviews, premium videos about how to wave management, mid-game macro, and tier lists that will show you the best champions to climb and to improve for your elo. And these are not on YouTube, this is only on Patreon, they're exclusive. Moreover, you can participate in the free coaching waiting list to get a premium VOD review. I'm giving away 2 free VOD reviews every single week. All what you need to do is simple 2-step process. Subscribe to my Patreon and share your OPGG, and voila, you are on the waiting list. You're gonna get a personalized VOD review for any game in your match history. For just $5, you get not only the free VOD review, but a whole bunch of exclusive benefits that will supercharge your gaming experience. It's a small investment for a big return. And it's just $5, it's no brainer, right? But here is the deal, you've got to act quickly. The waiting list is already filling up fast. 55 people already subscribed to the Patreon, and there are 6 people that they already are on board, they are on the waiting list. And more are joining every moment. Now, do you want to secure your spot for a free VOD review? Go ahead on my Patreon and reserve it right now.